Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Torius and we are back with another video. Welcome to the stream, The Forgotten City. Now, last time, all I know is that I was floating down the river and some girl found me. I ran through a portal, and long story short, I ended up back in like ancient Rome or ancient Greece, some shit like that. And over there, they got the golden rule, which is basically for the sins of one, all must suffer or some shit like that. So basically, I had to run through, grabbing stuff, learn how to sin, learn how to get away with it, and find criminals. That's about all I know for right now. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into it. Oh yeah, continue, baby. We ain't even asking questions. We ain't even making statements. We ain't even assuming. Oh man. All right. What the fuck? When did he get here? Bro, when did you let me talk to you.
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day.
Oh, today's the election day? What's your story?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
Bro, what's your obsession with this dude, and why are you dressed like a gladiator?
Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why.
Word. Okay, but you're nowhere
You
near the
want to see
ring.
me fight? Keep running your mouth, fatuous cunners.
Damn. Okay. Do you know where
When
I
Malleolus wins the election, yeah? This place will change. You won't even want to leave.
I knew he was gonna sit up. Okay.
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected. He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see. Because if I tell you, and it gets out, it'll give old man Sentius a chance to interfere in our plans, and we can't have that.
He's either telling the truth or he's a good liar. But alright, sounds great. Can I help us somewhere?
We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Okay, Mike. Who are you going to vote for, even though you're going to say Malleolus?
Malleolus, of course. If old man Sentius can't even protect his own daughter, how can we trust him to protect us? Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it.
I gotta pay to meet this nigga?
I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return.
Like what? Alright, what do you want?
Dunno. Something good.
Isn't soliciting bribes a sin?
Bribe? That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron.
What does patron mean? Hey Siri, define patron.
Patron means
Fuck. Define patron.
patron means a person who gives financial or other support to a person, organization, cause, or activity.
Okay. Here's
Hey,
Tendinara.
Caput Murde, Future AS. Just make it good. Just make it good.
Okay.
Yeah? What have you got for me? Hey, Caput Murde, Future AS. Just make it good.
Okay.
If you set one foot in that villa without permission, I'll skin you alive, you Pusilla Semitarius Mocus.
Bruh, so what did I do wrong? I paid the 10 denarii, bruh. Alright, let me open up the stream real quick. Alright, good, thank God. Now I gotta find a way to get in there. Why don't they have a map, bro? Like, where's the map? Tap P to enter photo mode in the game. Oh, okay. I don't know why anybody would want that, but
Are they? We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I still ain't never talked to Brody. I'm terrible.
We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here?
Wait, so you created
I must
the
have
portal?
entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over. Is that about right? If so, what happened?
Do we tell him the truth? I think that would be stupid, but it's an option that most people probably wouldn't pick.
You broke it. Why in Pluto's name would you do that?
I was trying to save someone's life.
Well, it seems you failed spectacularly. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered and do better next time. Now, I assume you sought me out again for a reason.
Why is he so quick to believe me? Anyways, I was hoping to ask you some questions about my investigation. What's your story?
Sextus Sentius Imperiosus is my name, though magistrate is the proper way to address me. Before I wound up here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome, helping protect civilization from the barbarians.
Real quick, y'all, if you don't know about this game, basically you also have to ask people as many questions as you can, kind of, to inquire information about who's going to break the golden rule and what they are, because it might open up new parts of the quest of the story. Other than that, let's continue. What's the decurion?
It's a cavalry officer. I had 30 men under my command. This was my uniform.
Why are you still wearing it? Yeah, that's a good question. Why are you still wearing it?
As magistrate, I usually wear a toga, but today I may need to survive long enough to create the portal for you, so it seemed prudent.
How could you say that and you didn't even know who I was, unless you was already going to create it? How'd you end
My
up
men
there?
and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting dignitary arriving upriver by barge. Now the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways in every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire. Unfortunately, the crowd sent my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its footing by the water's edge.
Oh God.
The next thing I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank not
I
far from
knew
here,
it.
in the company of some stranger. I went looking for my horse and discovered that lonely temple. You can probably figure out the rest.
Bro, everybody here came by
I was elected 7
riverbed.
months ago, uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation for another election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it sooner, hoping it would placate my constituents. Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened certain elements instead.
Hey Siri, define placate.
Placate means
Make
Make
someone less
someone
angry or
less
hostile. I kind of got that from the context, but still.
Very well.
Alright, Do you know a way out?
If I did, I'd have let these people out of here already.
That's a good man, unless he's lying.
I've had plenty of time to think about it. Let me see if I can sum up my thoughts. I've always considered my guiding star to be the well-being of the Roman people. Our survival and prosperity have always hinged upon honoring the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. Give the gods what they want and we all prosper. Dishonor them and we all die. It's as simple as that. The real enemy in this place is not the golden rule, but human failings. The temptation to slide into degeneracy, greed, and hubris. I trust that answers your question.
Bro, that was the best answer I've gotten from anybody. Alright,
You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply cannot afford. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times, sneaking around in places he should not have been.
what exactly?
Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you, that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his deformities. Here, we see to it that he has food, water, and shelter, and, most importantly, he is able to continue living. A privilege that would be taken away from all of us, were he to be released and commit the crime of trespass. The man has no self-discipline, poor comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule-breaker. I will not jeopardize the lives of my people so that one man can go free. Now, was there something else?
I can't lie. He has some really good answers, bro. Damn.
Ask them. If I understand Prosperina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Figure out a way to return to your own time. Got you. I think so. Sure, why not?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Keep an eye out for Santella, would you?
The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better. How do I know you're not the person responsible? Do you think it could be related to Santilla's disappearance? Come on, tell me what you really think. I don't know, asking about his daughter might be offensive. But then again, just telling him what we really think, he could say that he just did that. So, we need to dig deeper. Damn, fuck it.
So you know about that already. It's a devastating loss, of course, but that was over 3 weeks ago, and whatever happened to her, it didn't break the golden rule, so I don't think it's connected with our imminent demise. Still, if you happen to find her and return her to me, I would be eternally grateful. Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you.
Alright.
Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Damn. And I got off on plenty of wrong foots, pause.
Good. Now, was there something else you wanted to discuss? Of course. What is it? Why then did you say... it doesn't matter. It looks like you'll have to continue your investigation. Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask? Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
Alright, so... essentially, I just need to go ahead and figure out who's gonna do what before they do what. Okay, we've read a lot of this stuff, y'all, honestly. And if you wasn't here to read it, then just go back and look at the last stream where I played the game. Has a different thumbnail and everything. Yeah, I think I already... do I do that? I think I do it and run for it.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
That is not evil.
Uh-oh. Woo! That was kind of close. I don't know why I stopped there. Hold up, what? That was Cynthia's there? So I have to keep breaking the rules and returning through time.
Salve, friend.
Okay,
I'm
we
Galerius.
gotta skip this
My-
one. I'm a tourist. and I got
Oh,
lost.
is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine. Not laws, it's but so
Yeah, because if I say this, then I might step on his toes, right? Yeah, we
Follow
play
me.
safe. We
When I
play
first
safe.
arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your pretty new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking her to see the magistrate.
That pompous
Her?
old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
I do need those free drinks, though.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her, if I were you. She's... it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her.
Yeah.
Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, It belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the Forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy.
Alright.
What is it, citizen?
I'm trying to talk less during the, you know what I'm saying?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had.
Okay, so
That's for sure. Treat you and Connors. Alright?
we already know about this. That's why I just skipped the lines or whatever. Oh, I stole it
The
again.
many shall suffer.
I didn't think I could
for the
steal it twice.
sins of the one.
Death is not evil.
Oh. Bro, I did not think I could steal it twice. I just wanted to do that. Damn. Ah, get out of here. Uh-oh, where the fuck is the portal? What? Oh, you're mad as hell, aren't you? Imagine I'll lose there. Damn. I didn't think I could steal it twice, man. Now I have to go get patched up. Yo, I did not think I could steal that twice. Bruh, I am not here to talk to you.
Because Sentius put him there. Poor Dooley was just wandering around looking for some imaginary treasure. Now a magistrate accused him of being a thief. That's nonsense, of course. Dooley's the most harmless man you'll ever meet. But Sentius really has it in for him, for some reason.
Maybe that's his son.
Gladly.
Oh wait, these are new questions?
Well, it's a long one, and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it.
I assume that y'all want to hear it, and if y'all don't, I'll just edit it out in the YouTube video.
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and two little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. I sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young. It was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These Legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt, and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it. Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. I'd never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. Next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place and started my life over again.
I don't know what to say about that. Well, I'm glad things worked out in the end.
That's what I thought too, for a while.
Oh, God.
Seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting, and he'll get his, one day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away, sometimes.
Sure, we'll see.
Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Scintilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia. But she'd never tell the likes of me. Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
What do you think about the election?
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life.
Alright, well, I'll be going now.
Alright, see you around.
Well, that was something. I gotta figure out the controls. Hold on. This is not what I was talking about. T is how you cancel navigation. X is how you open up the objective guide. M is how you open up the objective guide. Weapon primary, weapon set. Tab is for journal. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's try these out. So. What? This is crazy. Which one looks better to y'all?
Don't you just love springtime?
Nah, this is wild. This one might be the best one. Ew, hellish. Why does it have that name?
Don't you just love springtime?
Hellish, Las Vegas, old film, and default. Default, everybody plays on default. Old film is kind of hard too if y'all like this. Las Vegas is obviously the cleanest. Okay, so we got between Las Vegas and default. Yeah, default just looks default. Las Vegas looks clean, and this shit has too much color. I said we go with Las Vegas. Alright, let's open up the maps. I mean the tab. I've never opened this before. That's crazy. It seems Livia has been behaving strangely after she made an unknown discovery some weeks ago. Figure out why Livia is acting strangely. Perhaps the priestess might be able to help her. Active. Complete. Active. What's in my inventory? I got 46 denarii. I have a flashlight and a zip handle, which I have no idea how to use. I just don't. Like, look at it. Old scroll. Last 2 loaves of bread, which I can't eat. Eggs and okay. Okay, see is how you crouch as usual. So we have to find out where Olivia is. I thought X would bring me like up to a map or something. Wait, it didn't go off. Bitch said it's all up to me. Alright, I think when they're in the statue form, maybe it's not stealing anymore. Cause the dead nigga? Okay, so so that's a one-way trip. I didn't know that. Yo, we're learning, man. Wait, I can't take this over there because it's attached to the wall right here. Yeah. Yeah, that shit is creepy.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Okay, so we know how she feels about the Golden Rule. We're feeling a bit on edge.
That's good, in a sense. If you're not on edge, you've not been paying attention. But on the bright side, once you've been here a few months, it's slightly less terrifying anyway. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. but I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
What's your story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
Damn. I don't know. I guess I'll ask her, how did she end up here?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome,
Let me guess, floating on a riverbed.
my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
I told you.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me. Oh yes, of course. A slip of the tongue.
Oh, so she is a Christian. Or monotheistic.
If you like.
Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumours, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate. I hope it works out. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
I don't think so. I think good people are fundamentally good.
You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer.
Damn.
If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention. I wish I shared your faith. Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible. Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Good luck with that. I'm out of here. Bruh, can I do that? Like, can I just do that?
I don't know, but it's a crime for slaves to take their own lives. And a debt bondsman isn't far off.
Damn. Good luck
Your
with that. I'm
life's
out
in
of here.
danger just as much as mine. Are you really just going to walk away and leave me with this?
Yes.
I see. Well, if we survive, I'll remember this.
I am out. Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Alright, let's get ready to run. Damn, he just went over the edge, man.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
His suicide didn't break the golden rule.
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the golden rule.
Let's go.
So
That's new
yes,
information.
That means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius. I hope you're coping. Please keep there was... Oh, so soon? Well, be gentle on yourself. We're all dealing with a tragic loss.
Alright, so I let old boy jump because I really didn't give a damn about him. But because he... Follow him. Could I jump off this too?
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your...
Am I not supposed to be here?
Yes, thank you. I'm delighted.
I have no idea.
And now... and now, I make this...
That man is trying to speak. Okay, so this is how we get into Malleolus'
Now, I
villa.
make this solemn promise to you.
So I made it in.
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above?
Why is his
That
eyes
was
different colors?
either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
Look here, bruh.
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today. I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny. By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule, it's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
The golden rule is definitely real.
Nonsense. There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
I traveled back in time. Oh, okay, these are a lot of options to read. I'm reliving the same day over and over again. The golden rule is broken each time. I found a book called The Myth of the Golden Rule. Whoever wrote it obviously died because they refused to accept the golden rule. What would it take to prove to you it's real? Books? Notes? Even if I can't prove it, if I'm right, then accepting it will avert disaster. If I'm wrong, then accepting it will make this city a better place. Isn't that a good thing? That's low-key fire. I mean, he has a point with that. Even if I can't prove it, if I'm right, then accepting it will avert disaster. Bruh, this is hard.
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish. What? Oh, I see what's happening here. Another poor, vulnerable soul taken in by Sentius's machinations. He won't get away with this much longer. You mean that book next to a golden statue in the theater? Tell me, how do you know that statue wasn't put there by Sentius himself? You can't know, can you?
That was a good point.
You mean that... Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read, as if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down?
I don't know what else to ask. I guess we just go.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken.
No way up.
I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it. You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants?
We know what he thinks.
I trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
Alright, y'all. So I'm going to end the stream here because your boy is low-key kind of tired just a little bit, and I do need to take a quick rest. I will be streaming this later on today. So until next time, y'all, please make sure that you like the video. Let me repeat that. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below, and please suggest other games to me. I also stream every single day, and I like to play horror games even though they scare the shit out of me. If you haven't, please look at my last Phasmophobia stream. Besides all that, anyways, y'all, I will catch you on the flip side. Peace and love. Peace out.